Ow!
Whoa.
Wrong frickin' picture again. Hi, everybody.
Hey everyone.
Hi, Homestucks. You filthy Homestucks. Hello. We're back. Okay, bit earlier than last time, so hopefully we'll be able to knock down more stuff. Other than that, yeah, I don't really have anything. Actually, no.
I do want to knock down stuff. I thought he was a chill guy.
I don't know. Stuff has offended my mother, I think, recently.
Okay.
I'm aiming for like end of Act 6, Act 5, I think. If we're gonna do 10 episodes of this. If we're
What if we got to Homestuck today?
Well, we'll just go further then, like as much as we can probably, and as much as my energy allows me to. Honestly, not much energy today. Had to wake up super early and I didn't take any naps, so yeah. might be too low energy to go that far, but we'll see. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Doc. Hello, Izen. And hello, yes, no. Earlier today I got my very first blue screen of death out of nowhere too. Wow, congrats. Now you are an official computer user, only now. Hello, Creatura of the Night, welcome to the stream. Don't think I've seen you before, hello. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Hoy. I was just browsing the web when it just abruptly cut into it. Good thing I wasn't drawing or anything because it did reset the laptop and close all my windows. Well, yeah, the blue screen of death would do that. Okay. I don't even have my frickin' thing. Hold on. Hold on, switching to the other screen for a second. Okay. Bam. Okay. So last time we ended Act 6 Intermission 3 and I expressed my feelings about it, about all of the Dancestors. That took a while. It was really cool to talk about them actually, like just reflect upon them like now that I've already like seen them, saw like much fan art. Because the first time we talked about them, it was very much like still limited, considering that I was only meeting them then. This was definitely different, and I enjoyed that at least. So yeah, this time, let's get into Act 6, Act 4, and Intermission 4. And let me frickin' Homestuck. There we go. Shut up.
I'll let you Homestuck.
There we go. Let me read. I mean, show you the thing. There we go. Okay, let's just keep this music. We can keep the music. Hi, Mituna.
Nice.
Wasn't it fun? Yeah. Okay. So, Caliborn desecrating Kali's art. Kali's self-insert art. Which is very sad. It's interesting that it's the freaking Till Death book, too. And also, like, how many years has it been that the whole Earth is, like, in this state? Why is the paper still in pristine condition? It should be, like, way more yellow. Anyway. Wake up, sleepyhead. Yeah. Bro wakes up and he has the frickin' ring. Which, I mean, I guess Gamzee did that, but still, like, the first time we got that, like, in general introduced. Oh, weird. YouTube isn't like... Why is it not playing the music? There we go. The first time it got introduced to us, that people can just like pull out dream holograms of things, make them just like fully physical. I would like to know the rules of that. If there even are special rules for that, because like that feels extremely OP also, because like even like couldn't you... I'm not sure. I don't even know. Alright, this frickin' Flash, dude, this was so cool, because again, I will forever and ever mourn the fact that we didn't get to see more of their session, more of them actually, like, you know, just like interacting with each other in the game from the point where we last left them off, right? Like where the relationship was. Because here we get to see like short snippets of it, but there's already been drama, and there was we literally catch Jake in the middle of like trying to get advice from Jane, and Jane is having a really rough time in that conversation, and he is like not responding to Dirk's messages, all of that sort of stuff. Obviously, there, like us catching up to them at that point, like it serves a point. But the fact that we didn't get to see any of like their earlier adventure. It's just a shame, especially considering that their planets don't really get that much. You know, we don't really get shown too much of them aside from these panoramas, which are super nice, but I always would like to see like more in depth, you know, which you know this already about me. But yeah, the whole like basically a type of burial plus a noble gas, just like that naming scheme. I just really like that how they were designed, just very neat. And the underlings being skeletons, then it's also just kind of out of nowhere. Though I kind of dig that's out of nowhere. That's cool. Look at this guy. I always love seeing new outfits for Jack. Gosh, I actually really like Union Jack. We'll talk about him when we get to him. But it's a bit of a shame that because he had the fact that Jack was in prison, that sparked like an interesting situation politically, I guess, right? In this instance of the Incipisphere, and I liked reading about that. So the fact that his character just sort of gets sacrificed into being a vessel of Lord English, that's a bit of a shame. Would have been cool if we got to see know like exactly in what state his mind was. Is Jack himself just completely gone in that state? Yeah, I love their outfits. Their outfits too, and them just like doing something. I don't know. It's just the glimpse that we do get is absolutely amazing. It's just really cool to watch, and the song is great. No, yeah, I know that the tip becomes his gold tooth, because obviously he also makes one of those spikes into a peg leg, so that makes sense. Hey, Dirk. God, the freaking gas masks are so cool. Just love Dirk's land is so freaking cool. Land of Tombs and Krypton. Again, a crime we didn't get to see more of this place. The fact that it's literally just a backdrop and an implication of, oh, something happened here. They had adventures. You don't get to see them though. God, I'm such a complainer. You know me though. You know this is how I am.
Yeah, I know it now.
Hello Goose and hello Lav Nikolic. We are just talking about Homestuck after having read it already. It's something. We're going through the whole comic again, like bit by bit, which I didn't plan to do, but I guess I have enough to say, so yeah. Yabba dabba? Yeah. Yogurt boner. I also love that the planets in here, in this, are like in the same arrangement they are as they are in like the Jack Ascent Flash. Me when I'm stuck at home. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. We are talking about Homestuck after having read all of it myself. Oh god, it's this. Not this yet, because first there's gonna be a different one, but yeah. The fact that, okay, this is... Right, no, yeah, because this... Okay, we're getting Caliborn first. Because that was literally the end of, like, Act 4, now it already is Intermission 4. Such a weird decision. Because, like, that literally is like, hey, you're not getting their adventure, you're getting one flash of their adventure, and that's the entire act. Like, why did that happen? I don't get it, but sure. Union Jack is such a... No, he does things. The bad thing, the thing that I personally maybe dislike is that we don't know exactly what's in his head. Because, like, what interest does Lord English have specifically in destroying Prospect? Because he fires a beam at Prospect, at like the place where he was caged, right? So, okay, this is cool though. Still though. The fact this was supposed to be in Hasi space. What the hell is it doing here on Earthsea? Hi, Kaledoborne. Oh. He used all of those pages to like wipe off his blood. You're now Caliborn. Okay, let me. play some appropriate Caliborn music. This is also the point, the point where obviously first it was Caliborn Enter, where I sort of started to get Caliborn as a character, or at least in the way that why people like him. Because before he was just annoying, then came the freaking saucy imagery arc, I guess, which was very funny. But this is also where he kind of for the first time shows his character like on his own, which I still think is interesting. The way you can read into some I don't think personally there is all too much to read into, but you can read to some stuff regarding his character and how I guess everything went for him, how he became. Which I mean, well, obviously there is some of the predestination happening, what with the natures of the parents being an influence on how the child is developed. But yeah. Kinda off topic, but I realized that Caliborn might kinda technically be trans. It's funny, Azor recently told me that too. I mean, both Kali and Caliborn, if you're gonna headcanon one of them, I feel. Union Jack is great, his jailbreak segment cracked me up the first time I read it. No, it's great, yeah. But that's the thing, that's just the Jack that later gets possessed. Union Jack is like a whole different beast specifically because of the possession. We have no idea how much of Jack is still in there, which I think I am sort of sad about. Especially since it's just kind of like, you know, another antagonist, which, you know, cool that we have a form of Lord English within the Incipisphere, but just like kind of tacked on at the end, not really any connection, like not much connection to the main characters, not anything. That's why I think a lot of people do think that he's kind of like a lame addition to it at the end. So yeah. Caliborn is that one toxic kid on COD online that threatens to hack your account and then actually hacks your account, yeah. Real. Just in time for the introduction of my lord, yes, of course. Having the fetch modus of all by yourself, yeah. God. The fact that I remember when I was at this point in the comic, people in the chat were talking a lot. He uses freaking the scope as like a spyglass. That's great. I remember when we were at this part of the comic, he was Sky. He was people were commenting that this is their one of their favorite parts of the comic, where like Caliborn's journey in his Incipisphere, which I didn't get at this point much yet. I liked some of the parts of it, but in general, I did think it kind of dragged. But I did like what it was setting up for him, and I definitely liked the interruptions we got in the next intermission. What with him, you know, getting to see him acquire all of those leprechauns. You know, that was cool. I also like the fact that we got to see him, you know, in this state. It's like, obviously, this place is boring as hell. This is not really... I kind of like this because hi John, normally a character in this situation would become super reflective and be like, hey, am I doing the right thing? But no, Caliborn is just like, no, this is boring and I want to get to killing immediately again. I just
change his mind.
I just like the vibe of that, you know. Hi Betty, hello. Aw, Doc. Hi JG. The worst person you know just came out as trans. Listen, we can criticize them and still respect the pronouns, okay? At this freaking face. I like this though. I'll read this. The wasteland is empty. Banality skims the void where a proper frickin' adventure should be, as if grazing the stab wound of a murdered sister or, say, a toppled sarcophagus. A stupid note is produced. It's the one a-holes play to make their audience start punching themselves in the crotch repeatedly. Today is your first predomination day, and as with all zero preceding it, something feels... What? What are you looking at? I just really like that parallel. Because I like especially like text callbacks. Obviously, image callbacks are very cool to see, but specific callbacks to like wordings in previous on previous pages I really like a lot, especially when it has like there is some connection to do between to draw between characters. This does that here, and I also like that even though this is obviously like a joke, right? This is supposed to be funny. I like how it also underlines Caliborn's character too, right? Where he is aware of this concept of like a grand adventure, right? He is familiar with the concept. He is familiar with the fact that a hero goes on a journey. He does things in a new place and earns himself a certain title, stuff like that. He is familiar with all of those concepts, but at the same time he is equating to himself to like the hero of his story when he is far away from what any story from what a lot of stories would consider a hero, and he doesn't see a problem with that, and we obviously see that later in the Homosuck parts, and I also think that's interesting about him, how he just fundamentally sees things like completely differently to us, right? Like morality is something completely like different to him than anybody else, and that's not necessarily something we can change here, which obviously is like a very simple way to write a villain usually, but the fact that gets kind of put under a magnifying glass, at least here, I like a lot actually. I don't know if any of that made sense.
I think it did, but you rambled on for quite a bit.
Well, I hope I didn't repeat myself too much.
Nah, I don't think you did. I would give you Ramble a passing grade.
Anyways, first glance at that session, which we don't know what that is yet, I think. Well, at this point we don't, yeah. That gets later explained by Aranea. Caliborn's I don't care get me well, okay, it gets later explained by Aranea, but I also think that Hasi says it to Caliborn here through the console. I don't remember actually. Caliborn walked so Big Jack Horner could run actually real. Love this part in the voiceover Nexus read-through. Both Caliborn and Hasi are voiced by the same person, and they do switch voices as they read here. That's cool. I need to see more parts of the Vox's read-through. There's just always too much things to watch on YouTube. Too many things.
That's wrong.
There's
correct. Never anything to watch on YouTube.
It's weird if you say that.
Tell me one thing that is on YouTube.
Jacksepticeye.
What if he was on Spotify?
Well, he would also still be on YouTube. Okay. Caliborn would be a speedrunner and he would cheat every time. Well, cheat, yeah. Like not as
would
in.
You listen to Caliborn's podcast?
He would so have a Dude Bro podcast. I love. Yeah. I absolutely adore every single like drawing and meme that like people make where they like equate today's Manosphere folks with Caliborn. It's so freaking funny. Like I remember there was this one painting that like painted him over freaking American Psycho. This was just the greatest, man. Aranea gives us the most details, but yeah, I think Hasi gives him hints too. Haven't heard a lot of the Voxes, guys. Yeah. There is this channel called Shcraft on YouTube, true.
What?
Only the Beta Kids and Gamzee Caliborn would have one of those misogynistic grifter podcasts. Yeah, exactly.
I've heard of the Craft SZ channel.
That's cool.
I don't watch it though.
Caliborn having a podcast is both a real funny mental image and sounds like the most insufferable thing imaginable. No, because that's also the thing, right? He absolutely aims to kill absolutely everyone, yet at the same time he also is like preaching, oh, I am your lord, praise me, right? Praise me while you're still alive, but eventually I will kill everybody. I will travel everywhere and kill everybody, and it will come. Maybe it already happened to you and you don't realize because time is relative everywhere and all the time. You know? Like, Just
Yeah,
the fact
I
that
know.
he still has that sort of attitude, that type of villain attitude, and yet he wants to kill everybody. That's just it's the fact that he is comfortable in that hypocrisy. That all of those things are underlined in his character throughout the comic. That is just like that strikes me at least as like something so unique for like a pure evil, villain. I guess.
Yeah, I can see that. It is pretty. I always liked how Caliban represented. He is well. Mm, no, I don't know how to continue my thought. I was gonna say something stupid,
It's
but I really
okay.
like him.
That's how you meant to pronounce it. Listen, that is the way that I originally intended it, but people have said it as Z-Craft, Z-Craft, Sizzy, some people call me, some people just say Craft, some people say SZ, some people say SZK, some people say SZK. Listen, do whatever you feel like. At this point, I've heard people say it wrong more times, technically wrong more times than correctly, and I am absolutely fine with that. Shout out to Caliborn for having the simplest god complex. Real. So, what's over there? Oh yeah, this. I completely forgot about this. Oh. Right, Roxy trying to wake up Calliope.
Oh yeah.
That
This is very sad.
Yeah, I forgot about this. That's... Oh man. Oh man. No man, I just got sad suddenly. Because they just genuinely think that she's like gone for real, forever. Because they don't have no idea about dream bubbles or anything. Right? At this point. Yeah, she that just describes all of her experience with, at the end of the last proper act.
Uh-huh.
It's really cool. And I remember dying. And she just has the chill freaking face. Still nothing? Oh. God, I love that. See? Because we don't get to see this era of the, we don't get to see them properly adjust to being in the game. And that's just like in this state in all of their relationship. It's just I think that makes me really sad. That not more of
Makes you want
Spurb.
to kill?
Because we don't get to see more of Spurb in the original beta kid session because they were on such a tight time limit on everything, right? Like there is an excuse there in how the story was actually written. Here, that we just skip over that, which is blah. Hi, Gamzee.
Blank.
God, I was so confused. Oh God.
This was a great page to pause on, I will admit. Aw. Come on, stick with me, guys. I want to see some binging bings in chat. Oh my god, is that Nepeta? Like the real Nepeta? In our chat? welcome. It's a pleasure to have you. Yeah, it's Nepipa. It's Penelope. My favorite troll, Penelope.
Hello.
Hello, we have Nepeta in our chat. Say hi.
Hello, Nepeta, real arsenic catnip, hello.
I still remember on our last proper HS reading stream that half of the cast was in our stream.
Right, I remember that too. Sometimes whenever someone calls me, I deliberately take a bit to pick up. Oh, because you have that on your ringtone? That's so funny. You have elevator stuck on your ringtone. I love that.
That's good.
Okay. As funny as this flash is, like, isolated, the Gamzee abuse is really makes me really sad.
Ow.
By the person that he, like, worships, no less, so... Caliborn, what are you doing? Man! A semi-innocent clown. God, okay. I will mention here, I really like... I guess the setup for his adventure. I don't know, I think for Caliborn, I do think we get to see enough of it. I think it would have been cooler to see some proper, like, more of, like, some genuine Leprechaun interactions, but that's just, I don't know, my weird brain. I think from Caliborn's session, we do see enough, at least, of him actually in its early stages and collecting the Leprechaun. I would have liked to know more about clockwork magics and how he got them later. And the freaking billiard balls in the eyes. But we'll get to that too. Oh yeah, him talking here. Won't go over this much. Though him getting mad, that was him getting mad with us. That definitely was satisfying, I will say. This isn't though. Like seeing him in this state, that's just. Gamzee, what did you get yourself into? How's he communicating with him anyways? Well, I mean, he's still the author figure, and I guess this whole machine is just in tune with the MS Paint adventure in general. I don't know. Makes sense to me. The ball on the top here is like at the MSPA freaking logo. This face at the bottom. Yeah. Oh yeah, I did actually mention I'm playing Power Fantasy in the background from Cherubim.
You're playing what?
Power Fantasy, the song.
Oh, okay.
And this is where he... God, I just... Why? Literally... What did he do to you? I don't get it. Okay.
this was good.
Yeah. 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 I do. I really like that. This is how he also gets the candy corn later.
Yeah.
Here. I love that. I love that page. It's great. I said some characters' names to a streamer. Hypostein? I don't know if that's how you read it. Who never read Homestuck and he said he liked Gamzee. Gamzee is a good name. I think people just would like Gamzee as a name. You know what I don't feel too bad for Gamzee? He's probably enjoying this. Well, he's hurting his body, so regardless of that, I don't care. Is he being hurt by the person he worships?
Wow.
This is abuse.
It is a bus?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wish I caught up before the collides such a late Act 6 streams. Nice, right. I mean, I know, I recognize why you say that, yeah. I always am sad when I miss streams of people that I personally want to watch, especially when I'm just like interested in what they say. Or in the series, and I just in some days I just don't feel like watching, and then I have like all of this backlog to watch through, and then I forget to do it, and then I just don't. Anyway, freaking Prankster's Gambit.
Wow.
Jeez. Where did he get that from? It's somewhere in here, I guess. Now Homestuck Beyond Canon has to have those keys come in at some point and be left on the earth. I mean, maybe they already have, I wouldn't know. And yep, and there we have it. Yeah, again, this went too quick just because, you know, I skipped all of the dialogue, but, you know, we're not here for that. I'm not rereading the comic here, just giving general impressions of what I remember. That's what we're here for.
Are you sure you're not?
Yeah. I love how many times this song is used, and then like, it only gets to the actual, like, meat of the song in the last use of it. Great, I think. The craziest thing about Caliborn is that this little skeleton guy can somehow steadily shoot a semi-auto rifle with one hand. Either he was already struck before becoming Ellie or the gun is magic. I mean, cherubs are this, like, super awesome, super strong species. They're supposed to be, right? Like, it's very, very rare and stuff. I wouldn't like not disbelieve that. Hi, Morningstar. Remember when this was supposed to be one stream? Yeah. I like this picture. He was freaking imagining like specifically his grandma but younger. That's why she had those clothes. I like the drawing. God, seeing Aerosol for the first time. That was an experience. I like the troll sprites. They're really cool, but especially what later gets said, like with Arqueus and Fefeta. Again, the fact that they had that going on, and yet they still decided, oh no, Fefeta and Feferi and Nepeta, they're gonna have the thing where they don't speak because I'm too annoyed by both of their quirks. The fact that that still persisted, even though they had that character moment there during Trickster mode hours. How petty can you be? Wow. Examine incoming message. Deeper sigh. Yeah. Just sad to see. Like, why? Man. Aerosol sprite is cool. I'm not a huge fan of the troll sprites, but he and Arqueus are cool. I like what Arqueus and Fefeta have going on in like the pre-gig, like pre-retcon canon. I don't know. I think it's cool. Because they later have that really cool conversation. Anyway, sigh. No. I really can't tell if he's being that oblivious or if this is just like him just absolutely completely lying to himself here. Either way, I'm sad for Jake here. God, Roxy's planet is so cool. I loved seeing this. Because even if these guys don't really have that much proper story involvement, the fact that they're just around, you know, here, considering we're actually seeing the house, that's nice at least. Hi, G-Cat. The actual design of Fafetta is very nice too, I think. Yes, I'm a big fan of troll sprites. They're so interesting. Well, tell me about them. Well, if you want to. My glorious King Solux did not deserve to be fused with that sucky Aerodon. Alright, Genumi Tuna. Two trolls who hate each other yet somehow makes a relatively stable sprite, unlike Tavra sprite. Oh boy, what's going on up? Yeah, we know what's going. Okay, you know what? I'm preparing Iron Knight, the freaking Karkat theme that I used last time. Preparing that. Also, I hear your dog.
Yeah. You will keep hearing him. He's welcome here. Come on.
Okay. Playing Jane Dargason until I play Iron Knight. I'll say, obviously, reading this whole exchange that starts here is really, you feel the second-hand embarrassment, right? It's palpable. But at the same time, I can't help but like this scene. It's like, it feels realistic to how like an actual relationship between two people would go. Obviously, it's exaggerating it a bit when it comes to like just how oblivious Jake is, or you know, just everything. It's a little more cartoony, right? But I understand that their whole deal like developed in this direction. Again, though, sad that we didn't get to see the beginning of their adventure. Blah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say that enough, honestly. Forgotten what now? Deepest sigh. My first exposure to this scene wasn't even when I actually first got to it. It was reroll Roxy's freaking FNF mod of this. Man, that was really good. That was really, really good. You can write something about troll sprites later in the comments for the stream. Oh yes, please do, if you feel inclined to. Absolutely, I'll read that. Man. Yeah. Yeah, thinking about it. Think when to say it. Yes, many times. And then it involves Dirk. Yeah, it's suddenly my problem now. And like, I understand the urge to like, you know, immediately you feel like you can't confront the person you actually have like this like problem with, right? Or well, in between you and him there is a problem going on. And so you immediately like ask for advice somebody else. It's just really unfortunate considering their earlier crush, Jake being this, you know, oblivious to everything, him not really wanting to confront problems head on and just kind of, you know, hoping that there will be like something he can do as a substitute to actually confronting his problems. It all like collides into one absolute, you know, just crap show, as we know. Yeah. And obviously Jane is in no good position here either. I just don't want to make it seem like I'm just being apologetic for Jake here. I would not want to be in a million years in the situation that Jane is in here. Especially what happens later with her finding out about, well, not finding out, but with her getting that, you know, message from the past from Calliope. That just made for like a horrible day for her. The fact that honestly, the fact that we don't get, you know, more of her talking about it later on, her like impressions of it, how she feels after the fact, is a bit strange. Obviously, that also comes with the fact that, well, if you look at the map, we are at this point in the comic. Meanwhile, all of this time reciprocity bull crap and needing to catch up with other characters from different time perspectives and stuff, it does make it so we only get Jane like later on here where when she wakes up. But that's also, you know, a shame, because we are just missing out on those character interactions. We are missing out on Jane actually properly reflecting on this day, because even in post-retcon she still experienced it very similarly, I'm assuming, right? So blah. Honestly, I find Jake's manner of speaking rather hard to replicate, despite being just British. So I'm surprised with how Hussey did here. Yeah, me too. Very good character voice with Jake in the comic. Conversation is painful. It all what? Yes. Hello, Rhombus Real. Here is a sad fact. I believe this is the last interaction these two have pre-retcon. Not counting when she was mind controlled. Well, she also looked at his crotch later, which depending on your definition of interaction. When they got tier, as in, you know. God. It is. I think I'll get to it when we get to Trickster mode, but it is interesting what Trickster mode represents if you really think about it. Again, we'll get to it, but it's related to what we're talking about right here. Please stop talking! I don't... Jake, I said shut up! What? Just shut the frick up! And music change. Yeah, there we go. Ay caramba! God. Again, if you guys haven't seen it, y'all need to look up Shucks Buster by Reroll Roxy. It's such a good video. Anyway, very understandable anger, and kind of weird what it leads Jake to do later. So, this is us obviously also seeing like, just also underlining the whole thing of, well, now these guys are 16 years old instead of them being like all of them being 13 before. So these guys, instead of having trouble with their guardians, these guys have trouble with their, well, they obviously some do also, but Jane specifically I'm talking about here, right? So Jane here, she has all of that figured out with Dad. So she has like interpersonal issues between her peers, and I think that the fact that we get that sort of change between the two sets of kids is really interesting. Well, also sort of funny, but the fact that again we get to see this, and then later on just her getting possessed for a while, and after that she just wakes up post retcon, and we don't even see that much dialogue from her. I don't know, just not very cathartic, I'll say, about like this whole scene. It's interesting, it's well written, despite like even if it's like obviously meant to be very very emotion provoking in certain aspects. Yeah, it's I don't know what I'm trying to say. I hope you understand. Also, this is a callback to the one of the imps at John's house using the umbrella. That is cool. Yeah. So this is her just going to have some alone time later on. That's also, so I'm pretty sure this is also supposed to be a hint at the fact that Condes is watching, right? I'm pretty sure. Wouldn't it be the case that G-Cat was just mind controlled here too? I'm not sure. Oh yeah, there's also Trickster mode, but they really aren't themselves there. When we'll get to Trickster mode, there is some interesting stuff about it. I think I have some interesting thoughts about it, but I'll say later. Ay caramba! Man straight up said, ay caramba, I'm gonna strangle you. Exactly. Yeah, it's so good to watch it. They stare at each other. It really highlights the teenage experience TM. Yeah, I guess all of my ramble could be summed up to that. Then Jane says something like, I liked you better when you were drunk to Roxy. Yikes. Yeah. She's having a moment. She's having a moment. It's emotions all, yeah. This is nice though. I like all of the moves she performs here. Last scamper, youth roll, freaking acrobatic pirouette, nice abscond, all of it. Absolutely incredible. Good lord. Yeah. Good night, sweet princess. I love Profeta, it's so cool. Profeta is fantastico. Bye. Oh, right. Yeah, no, yeah. Mind control, yeah. Hi. Gets into jail. I love that large guy in the background. So, all these outie. Again, another freaking thing. Ah, and the song is ended. Okay, back to Jane Dargeson. Yeah. Just that. Oh my god, this. I don't remember this actual combat. Oh, no. I remember. This is horrible. I've only remembered the freaking message that Jane gets from Calliope. But the fact that the already bad day is also underlined with this, which Caliborn just decides to absolutely just make the day even worse for her. Just insufferable little prick in this scene. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're seeing this, right? Like, you're seeing this, right? Like, you remember he did this, right? I hate him.
Remember.
I hate him. I hate him. He is the... Though I like the setting here, the fact that he got all of these more just the grandeur of it. I like the design of it, even though this is also, you know, a collage. It's a really good collage. But oh my god. He calls her fat, he tells her to roll in the mud, calls her earth cow or something. Yeah, he does all of that. Then lies and tells her dad was tortured to death on the... Yeah. Just absolutely worst birthday ever for Jane here. Absolutely horrible. Again, could start talking about Truckster mode here. Will do later on. I will do later on. Yeah. Oh! This though. Let's see what's in the news today. The Inquiring Carapation. Jail... Okay. Let me... Homestuck. Lancer. Lancer is a DD theme. Not Lancer from Deltarune, Lancer from Homestuck. Hassie's Photoshop collage thingies are so cool looking. No, absolutely. I especially like the ones that represent a lot of hidden clockwork. I think those are super cool. Jailgate, day 153. Diplomatic gridlock, white shell mendacity at all-time high. My god. No surprise here, the Archagent is dominating the headlines yet again. Yeah, so this is where we actually get the background here of this whole entire, like, thing. And the fact that we get that through DD, somebody that's, you know, since the beginning we've realized he was way more, like, actually involved and interested in the whole social aspect of, like, oh, what if we ruled Durst, like, right in the Beta Kitten Sipisphere. He was immediately like, oh, I'm gonna take charge of what the people here now, right? He was immediately interested in that. The fact that we get the context for that from the DD POV scene is really nice. Because this is also where later he meets that. Which, by the way, I think just seeing and drawing the amount of dad droog that I've seen has kind of shifted my, like, how I remember their whole thing going in the comic. Because, like, this is pretty much the only time we get to see that we get to see in, like, the same scene later on here. Well, yeah, okay, we get to see the whole thing of, yeah, Dad has been present, but he's also a celebrity. He makes all of the style for these guys, yeah. And then we see this scene, and this is like the only one where they actually properly interact, and yet there was like this whole ship that I wholeheartedly believe in, and we don't even know if DD was like let out into the new universe. Maybe he just went out himself. Maybe that was a possibility. God though. I love this part. Here the Prospitians just have give very lukewarm and passive-aggressive demands to Condi just to make her shallow her ego a bit. And of course she wants none of it. Exactly, she's so full of herself, it's lovely. Like, it's lovely as in very funny. But it's interesting how Condi really wanted to free Jack. I never really thought of that, but that's true, I remember reading about that. I wonder what kind of unique features would Calliope's land get with Lord of Time equals Lordship over time and Inquest of Irons over timelines? What would a Muse of Space get? Ooh, interesting. Well, obviously, what with Caliborn's TVs, that already is involved somewhat in space, considering the fact that, you know, he sees different places throughout the screens. It's not just one place in different places. But maybe for Calliope it would be more so like she could see way more freely, like see anywhere instead of just follow, you know, what we readers get to see as panels. Oh, hello, Funk McLovin. Welcome to the stream. I love your videos. I'm talking about Homestuck after having read it on the channel. There is I read the whole thing for the first time on the channel, and we were just talking about it post me reading it, just in general, just kind of general impressions. I like your VTuber character.
Trying to get through as fast as we can, but kind of failing.
Yeah. This was originally going to be only one stream, and yet we are probably gonna do 10 in total, which I'm not complaining too much about. And thank you for the compliment. I drew it myself. I'm kind of working on a new version right now, but that's kind of going a little sluggishly. I don't have much motivation to finish that. But thank you. Whoa, DD is bisexual. I didn't know that. No, yeah, but again, the amount of dad joke that I've seen has completely like morphed how I saw them, because I've completely disregarded in my mind the fact that they only have one scene together. In my mind, they live happily ever after on Earthsea, okay? But actually, speaking of that dad, the fact that, you know, the fact that he made a serious business a thing on Durs, and, you know, fashion became how it is, I really like that, considering that, again, what I like in Homestuck so much is the little parts that we get of the world building, right? How the heroes influenced the consorts in the original Beta Kid in Cibisphere. I really liked seeing, for example, how, you know, the freaking gathering of the secret wizards, you know, happened in that one flash. Just liked seeing that, you know, just societies change, adapt, or just be established in any way at all. So this little bit of, you know, getting the political background here between Jack, Condi, White Queen, and also, you know, Dad being a prominent figure in the absence of the Durst Dreamers, in terms of, you know, people that, in terms of a person that the regular Carapations and Durst are interested in. Very cool. Still, the fact that we don't get to see any sort of ripple effect from Prince of Heart Rise Up, that is still so odd to me. Because that was the whole point of it. Calliope wanted Dirk to like send a message to the Dursites, right? And nothing really comes of that, even though we do get to this scene where we get at least a little bit of background on how Durs is doing. I just think that is so odd that we don't get
Yeah, they didn't make a really big deal about that when it happened.
Yeah, they made a really big deal of that, right? Sending a message, just showing HB's head on a pike. And having all of those their sites collect the surrounding, you know, this person that, you know, they looked up to as the Durst Dreamer, and nothing. Just really a shame to me, especially considering, again, I know that so much of Homestuck is a little lacking in its world building, but what is there is so good that I wish there was more. And you know, I've said this sentiment plenty times before already, so I guess I don't have to repeat it much. But you know, you get it at this point. What my agenda is here, you know. I'm actually a different Funk McLovin? Damn. Okay. I'm sad DD didn't get more screen time. I really love his chill vibe. He's the original chill guy. Exactly. I especially like his, well, obviously, my favorite iteration of him will be the Midnight Crew one, even though this version does get more characterization. But just, I guess in my mind, he's my favorite because I saw him as having the most potential in terms of having like any sort of chemistry with the others, which obviously he did in the Midnight Crew intermission. But again, this is also me just mourning over the fact that Paradox Space, which one was it? Frickin', where is it? Yeah, the inaugural death of Mr. 7 didn't get a continuation despite being to be continued here, and, you know, a tease of, oh, Spade Slick, we're gonna get to see Spade Slick. The fact that this didn't get to continue, then we would have seen more of the Midnight Crew's character beyond just the Felt, because that's where this comic was heading. I'm still mourning this so much, because I love the Midnight Crew, and I love what potential they would have had in terms of, like, proper character interactions. Blah, 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 blah. You know how it is with me. Chat. Viewers. I remember someone saying how... Yeah?
No, nothing. Just chat. It's funny when you call them chat.
Yeah, I don't do that too often, do I?
You should come up with a name.
That's
called
true.
The little people in your stream.
Yeah, the little people on my computer. I mean... Just calling people like the people in chat in general just chat. I know that's like a common thing, but it's way more natural for me to say people in chat, even though that's longer.
No, yeah, that is true.
I definitely say that way more. Oh, I remember someone saying how that carapace behind bars here could have been post-Scratch WV who tried to rebel but failed. I do remember reading about that. It is definitely the same proportions, and we do see that a lot of the carapaces that came with Roxy had like all kinds of different builds. So the fact that it's like literally the same proportions, especially when you compare them to War Villain, it's definitely something. I like that interpretation. Though I'm also sad that he's in jail. Me when I'm supposed to be important to the plot, but I'm low-key just a chill guy that completely disappears with no mention or what happened to me. But I'm low-key just a chill guy. Yeah. Real. Every time I see chill guy, I think discount Brian Griffin. I mean, kind of supposed to be, I'm pretty sure, right? Somebody said the crafters. No, I'm not feeling that one, sorry. Crafters, no. I'm not calling you guys that, I apologize. The citizens of Chat Nation. No, that's leaning a little too much into the stream culture that I'm not really familiar with. That's like leaning a little too much into Twitch culture that I'm not familiar with. Okay, but this... What I like so much about this part is that we get to see carapaces in some way communicate. Again, that's not limited to, you know, third-person narration, because obviously we do get that with how WV types to John, but the fact here it's good because this is like also regular people, which also again reminder of what it was like with you know, Dad's whole colleagues, you know, in serious business. Just think that's cool that we get to see that here.
It is really cool. It was always very fun to see this.
This is fun. I love also how our pipe fan for 13 here is, you know, treating them all as equals here in this chat. Just this was wonderful to read. This was absolutely wonderful to read. and this too. Contest actually, you know, being on there. Changes status to bowing, status to bowing. Doffing hat. the dignitary. Absolutely wonderful. God, this is such a good scene. I don't recall my proper... Hi, hey, look, it's the freaking drink with all of the sugar. I don't remember my proper first reaction to this whole thing, but I think I hope that it was very positive. Also, is this just proper new lightning, or is this recolored Red Miles? This kind of looks like Red Miles instead of lightning. I'm looking here. Years in the future minus several. Oh yeah, and this is the dream. This is the dream. Okay, let's Let's change the music. Let's change the music to Portrait from volume 9. Hat Liker is absolutely CD. Yeah, he is the Hat Liker. Wish we saw more Carapation social media. I wish we saw some more Carapation newspaper. I would like to see what Prospitians write about in the newspaper.
Probably all sunshine and rainbows.
Not necessarily. They all have funny screen names, but DD is just the dignitary. Again, I can't get over how cool Condi is with DD. Yeah, that too. And then him later commenting like, "Oh, you know how it is with dames. You know how to how to have your way around the ladies." God, this. Okay, so this is based on the thing that Hasi wrote before even an EMS Paint adventure, I'm pretty sure, right? And these are also the characters that appear on Rose's walls. So, okay. Is this like... I had a question here, but I can't really... I don't know how to even phrase it. It's just... This is the... I don't know.
Yeah? What do you want to say?
I don't even know what I want to say. It's just... This is just like a whole weird thing. You know, that's just a whole weird thing. Because this is like a story where they're sort of later aware that they're in a story. I don't remember how this exactly went, because these are the sort of parts that I don't... Like, I don't remember anything from Pony Pals. I don't remember anything from this. Obviously, I'm not gonna read it all again, because that's not what we're here for. General impressions, and my general impressions is I don't remember. But the frickin' still horses that get a reference later in Homestuck. That's nice.
Valid, honestly, I think. It's just you don't remember what happened. I think it's valid.
Out of all the long takes, this is the one I did not read at all. Wow. Honestly, same with Isn't. I don't remember this part at all. But I do remember something about this that Kraft remembered later, and Luna was like, "How do you remember that?" Yeah. It was specifically... Hold on. Let me see if my map navigation is still alright. It is not this. Yeah. Exact same thing.
How do you remember that?
Yeah, honestly... Okay, obviously this is Roxy's creative writing. You could read into something here. I don't remember what it was. I guess we're moving on because of that. Though I do remember that it was at least cool. It was at least interesting at the time. Yeah, Calliope. So this is... Honestly, I don't remember how exactly it... Okay, so... Calliope here shows up as Twinkly Herbert. Is that the name Roxy gives to Serenity? I'm pretty sure, yeah. Though this whole scene is really interesting. I like how I actually really like how this is like a dream hologram of a real fenestrated plane, but also just because it is that, you know, dream holograms of things still work correctly within dream bubbles, right? So it still makes sense that it is a window to, you know, outside a bubble where she can just see one of the cracks that Lord English made. I think that's really cool. Just in general, this whole sequence, it's cool. I like it. I like the proper dream sequences in Homestuck so much. My favorite will still have to be WV's dream before S Wake, but this definitely also is like up there, considering, you know, everywhere the Roxy actually manages to go and stuff.
Yeah, WV's dream was very cool.
I also pointed this out, which I think I would have. I think it would have been funnier if like at the end of Collide, during the ending part of Collide, two Serenities approached WV, because considering pre-retcon, post-retcon, there should be two proper Serenities, not just like any Fireflies, but two of Serenity. I just think it would have been funny for them to acknowledge that, how they acknowledged the two Nanas. But that's just speaking of the actual Serenity. This is Calliope here. I remember this, having to translate. That's cool. I also really like how Roxy, despite, you know, this like physically here, she is communicating via blinking, right? But Roxy still understands because, I mean, it's a dream, you know, she wants to understand and she will understand, especially since she doesn't really understand the mechanics of the dream bubbles. This is something that I sort of noticed, right? Where if our character hasn't yet had like the mechanics of a dream bubble concretely explained, their dreams are way more dreamlike than proper dream bubbles, like before they actually have dream bubbles explained. That's usually the case. I've noticed, like when you get that with Jade Wake Up, you get that with this, right? Considering everything, but yeah, there should be 2 Jaspers too. That is what I said too. Yes, that is what I said too. It's cool. Yeah, this. Hello! Oh, and what do we have here? Oh my god. Oh my god, that wizard! Heck yes, he's so perf. God, I love Roxy. She's so cool. She's like, so cool. Oh! Love this one, love this gif. For some reason, I just really like how Countess is drawn here in the shadows. Hold on, no, it's the previous one. Still. I think we put her on the stream overlay at some point. Yeah, just like this specific rendition that like was very reminiscent to specifically how God, I say specific so much to how Mom Lalonde was like in the original GIF this is referencing was drawn, and I really like how this didn't really apply to the proportions she would later have in sprite mode, even though, you know, Roxy here is in sprite mode. Little bit of art style levity there. I don't know why that satisfied me so much there specifically. Also Against it specifically, blah. I had this. I remember having this habit like many years ago where I would say that word so much, and then it would go, and then it went away, and then it came back, and I say it again so much now.
I haven't noticed you saying it a lot, but I just haven't noticed.
You probably haven't. Well, maybe I haven't been saying that too much on stream. I forgot, was it ever confirmed that the doubles exist, or are they just assumed to have conveniently died off screen for retcon purposes? Well, you're only told that Roxy and John die, right? And I guess that would be a denizen's prerogative considering they are the pliers, you know? The proper pliers. But you know, Nana gets to live. It there isn't really anything said about any sort of, you know, limits on that. If one of them is doomed or not. Well, I mean, especially since, I mean, I don't know would the Denizen even care for a second Nana? I don't think they would if they, you know, she didn't die, so blah. I like this though, the Kali art style that we get to see here. This sequence is so good. Again, so dreamy. So dreamy. Fantastico. I like her walking in the circle. Wow, scary. Hello! Okay, this was a really nice interaction, especially considering that, you know, obviously Roxy will always be more chill than everybody else about things, so here she is also way more chill than she will be like, oh my god, you're alive!
Yeah.
Well, obviously she already kind of got that hint from not Wizardy, Twinkly Herbert, but okay, whatever. Cool interaction, I remember, and this was also the point where she explained the Dream Bubble stuff to her, I'm pretty sure, and also just sort of the general state of things when it comes to her brother, which, again, up until this point, she felt like she couldn't say, which here she just does. Yeah, this sequence is really cool. Though again, let's not like focus too much on individual stuff here, but yeah, the way their son gotten, you know, devoured. Not a light player in here. It's supposed to be voidy, I tell you. Mom? God, the fucking stupid smiles. This is a good panel. Wake up powder! Rise and shine dust! Anti-sleeping magics! Fantastic, fantastic gif here, also. Very whimsical. Oh yeah, this. The freaking scene. Okay, let's look at chat again. Me logging on PestorCham? Yes. I believe Calliope's Trosona is supposed to be a nod at people making Limeblood fan trolls and or giving them white hair. Really? That was a thing that people did? Was that like a concrete trend? Strange. That's interesting. Wow, Callie is aspectist against light players. Got this. All the glitter. So this is a plan that Roxy receives here. There's also kind of a redo of Jailbreak, but only a little. But what exactly was it that she was told to do there? Because obviously was given the Void Ring. What else considering that? I don't remember honestly. Can somebody tell me that? She just straight up doesn't read here. Ah. You're welcome. So, again, this here. CD is listening to Condes, obviously. So her getting the PDA and the ring was like something that Condes wanted her to do. And by crime, I guess you mean order from a superior. Yeah, exactly. I'm still confused about this. Maybe even here she wants her to conjure a matriarch, but she's not. Oh yeah! Right. That was the case. Because she still wanted to redo Trollkind. I remember that now, thank you. Yeah. Frickin' I don't actually remember that he responds here, or although maybe this is just. Yeah. This is just AR or Hal. This is just Hal. He's busy. Right. God, this. So many things here. Again, another very loaded scene. Do we talk about this more? I mean, we have to, right? Okay, let's switch the music. I think, okay, general overview. My general thoughts is that, in terms of, you know, but before kind of giving up and giving us Hal quiz, this was a very good like last outing for both Dirk and Hal. It gave them. It was definitely cathartic in the way that they finally actually talked about certain like issues that they've had between themselves, like since we basically first saw them interact with each other, since we first saw them talk, and it was definitely very satisfying to see that developed like in a very direct way here, in this very direct confrontation. But also I am still kind of mixed on the fact that this is the last time we kind of see this. And after this is just Arqueus, which, you know, he's obviously portraying himself as the happiest man alive. So I don't know. Okay, let's play Good Night Time, yes. In the background, though. We saw Trollkind in a universe free of Ellie's influence. Right. Because that, see, I in my mind remembered the ring part of as like different from what we end up seeing, you know, what Jade explains as Condes's plan back, like when she is later, you know, Grimbark. So thank you for reminding me of that. But yes, obviously that is part of the whole grander plan to make a new world again, far away from LE. One of the best logs in the comic coming up, yeah. Princess and their tendency of being rather self-loathing. I remember... No, I won't say. Not here. Hal gets one existential convo as a treat? Yup. Alright. Your train of thought. Again, not reading everything, just remembering certain things as I'm looking over. And... Honestly, I remember it being good. I remember it being satisfying. I don't remember what exactly they talked about. I'm gonna be honest. Guess I'm gonna have to look at it a little closer. Oh, right. It's the whole like thing of, are we different people, are we not different people? With Hal very much arguing that they are. Even though it is very clear that they have developed in different directions. I remember that now. Wasn't this also about like Dirk's relations with people? I guess judging them? Also here, splinters of splinters, which we know to be more literal than we first thought. And it wasn't a figure of speech. Oh yeah, with him talking about like making a new computer. Yeah. Oh, also another thing Doc sent. That's why I like Condi more than LE. She actually has her own agenda and isn't just evil for the sake of being evil. At least that's the impression LE gave me. I see. I mean, that makes sense. It makes sense. There was a lot of things I could say about LE that I've already said. With LE being like, we are told that he's the puppet master. We are told that he has this giant that he had this giant influence over Alternia, and we don't get to see it. We don't get told about it. We don't get even like a little exposition about like whispers about his influence. Just that he's a big bad. Spent a lot of time in the Alternia universe, and then later on, that isn't even like underlined very hard. I feel so.
Yeah.
Because we are the same guy. This is so Fight Club. Is that something that they talk about in Fight, like with Tyler and stuff? I haven't watched that movie or like read the book. Well, obviously I haven't read the book. I'm not a reader very much, so I wouldn't. But was that something that Fight Club had in terms of the like imagined alter ego thing? He complains that Hal is a bit of a douche, yeah, and then tries to argue that they are both. Yeah, because that's it doesn't. I would definitely have to reread this. I would definitely have to reread this. Right now, just know that my impression is good, and other than that, I can't say more because we have to move on, unfortunately. Here, Dirk says Hal is trolling him, as in the actual act of trolling unrelated to the trolls. No, yeah, that too. With Hal most likely not even, not being part of the intention. Just kind of talking that way. Bye, Betty. And never for one moment do you let me down. Love that quote. What was it I replied to? Hold on, where was it? To be in my face all the time. It's like I subconsciously invented you just to troll myself, and I never for a single freaking moment do you let me down. Yeah, okay. Oh, this! I remember reading a post about this, about how there is this fundamental difference between Dirk and Hal here, where Dirk would probably feel very indifferent to his own death, which is very morbid, but it would be the case, while Hal actually, doesn't want to stop existing in this way. Yeah. I remember that. I remember reading like a whole analysis post about that. Because Dirk has some stuff going on that I do not feel I do not have enough Dirk brainworms in my think pan to actually like make that kind of analysis. So I'm sorry, but yeah. Gotta love me some Dirk angst though. Yeah. Let's not forget that Hal is essentially just 13-year-old Dirk. I understand. Okay, here's the thing. I understand where people say that. I will say that it's a little bit more vague considering the fact that he was able to develop still, even if he started off as an imprint of 13-year-old Dirk. I always make the argument that no, he was able to develop. We don't know to what extent, like, or how that would compare technically to like a human person, but. He like started his existence as a 13-year-old Dirk or a copy of him, and then changed into something different also over the years. Like for Dirk, it was also years. Again, no idea how that would compare to like a human to a human being, you know. But it's something that I don't think should be ignored. The 13-year-old Dirk thing, I never really understood it all too much. Sorry if. Yeah. No, you could convince me though, if there is any specific like stuff that shows that, I guess. Princes sure are players of aspects. True. Fine. You win, I'll keep my promise. God. Yeah, making him physical. I remember. Sorry, I'm having body noises. God. Yeah, and he just gives and dramatic moment over. Just like at this point, whatever. Also, my freaking thing is lagging. Hello. Yeah. God, absolutely. Again, I will say it is good that we got that ending, you know, that we got that like end to Hal himself without being combined with Aqueous, but still weird that that's the last part of that, you know. After this, he is just straight up happy, and there is not much else to it. Which I'll say that. Well, probably not too surprising of a statement, but Dave Peta definitely does the thing of I'm happy because of being fused with another person better than Halquius. Even if I like Halquius already, I already like Halquius, but I like that like part of the writing. Dave Peta does like leagues better. Nay, the horseman. He looks so happy to be double prototyped. Yeah. And once again, the glasses are cracked. Yep. Ride. God.
Not this.
Yes, this.
Not this.
Yes, this.
Not this.
Yes, this.
Not this.
Yes, this.
Yes, this.
Every last second of it, we start to tear up a little. Yeah, obviously the beauty of horses is universal.
Horses.
Horses. The freaking horse show in the Hal. My god. Rubber maple hoofs. Hell yes, this. Okay, if we're talking about Halquius here. Still don't really know what to think about him being part of our like don't know anything to think
Yeah.
about that.
I'm not sure about that either, as in I just don't know what to say about it.
Yeah, me neither. It's a thing that happened and like, okay, Aquarius just gets to be pushed around by the narrative too, like Gamze, I guess, at that point. That's a fair assessment, but yeah. Such a good song, it sounds like actual galloping of horses. Well, this is, yeah, absolutely it does, but it's also like, we already heard it in a different part of the comic, like, Aquarius seek out the high blood, so yeah. The strength and pure ecstasy. JG tears up a little. Listen, I'm obligated to listen to the entirety of the song, okay? Hope you understand. Ah, so beautiful. I'm writing a college essay about this.
Wow.
This part! Oh, I forgot about it.
I don't think I've ever seen this.
No, you have, you were there. So majestic.
Okay, actually, yeah, I remember it.
Oh. Here they are transparent, before they were too. In this scene they aren't. This is the simpler style, so yeah. And like...
Oh my god.
Not even...
So epic, so legendary.
Here's the thing. I would have liked this better if Aquarius was a more prominent character in a more serious way, but whatever. Okay, bye. that's my word of wisdom for that page. Okay. They should make an evil Homestuck where no one is pushed aside by the narrative and everyone is supported. No. My argument has never been to like for nobody in Homestuck to ever die. I think it's very powerful that Homestuck does like allow people to die. I've said this before. I'm saying that because people are dead, and when they are dead, they are still kind of around. People, like, certain characters could still be, you know, relevanto when it comes to, you know, other characters. Just my thoughts, because I like all of the characters that the Homestuck gives me. So yeah.
Do you also like having thoughts?
Yes, I like having thoughts. God, the freaking...
Enjoy them while they last.
Glitched out the swear words, I love that so much. The actual, like, to quirk that Halkoius has is absolutely fantastic. No. Right, and yeah. International freaking Ignore Roxy Day, that's right. In wily espionage. Very fancy. This is where, okay, so yeah, obviously Roxy wants to get Jake in on the business. Jake is kind of contemplating things. That's what's even happening in this scene. Strife Royale, yeah, exactly, big battle. Nobody is even talking about it aside from Roxy. Wow. And now it changes to Caliborn. Yeah, okay. All-encompassing alertness as your Jake Dar. Yeah, sure, Jake, you do have all-encompassing awareness. Yeah, of all characters. Jake, yes. You could just answer I don't. This is just meant to make you mad, and it's working. So this is the conversation where Caliborn, I think, because of the coloration with the name, kind of wants him to, you know, join his ranks. Alright, well, not join his ranks, but become a bro, as Caliborn understands a bro. Which, again, interesting considering he just plans to krill everybody at some point, you know? Probably done for convenience, still looks like he's going blood lol. The morbid repercussions of death are light in HS. So that's it. Okay, I will not agree with that necessarily, because while there are a lot of things that allow characters to be revived, there is like, it doesn't work always, and we always know why it doesn't work well. Aside from Jane not reviving more people because there are corpses are still around when she is awake later on. But whatever. But you know, besides that, earlier in the comic and stuff, that like if somebody doesn't have a way of reviving, because we know of ways to revive people, those just don't happen. So yeah, there are still consequence, because for a large part of the comic there are mechanics around those things. Should have said relatively. Oops. It's okay. Sorry, I tend to go off on a rant like that when I see something like that. Okay. Well, I sure hope that mate of mine likes having thoughts. That's basically your thing? Yeah. Why? Okay, man. Okay. Sure. Whatever you say. I don't know, I'm saying it like that. The green dudes are now talking. I don't remember much from this. Also, aside from this I remember. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is just because Aerosol is mentioned once, and so he shows up to flip him off. No, never mind. He isn't. He just passes by and flips him off. Okay, never mind. Right. He does encourage him to God tier through the slab. Oh. This too. God, okay. So this cow ends up working for Cal later because I guess the essence of the Juju just travels from a stream of time to another stream of time in another place in Paradox Space, which happens to Jujus. Now this is specifically the Juju that Dirk had, I'm pretty sure. No, wait, hold on. Yes, no, this is... because this is Dirk's Juju. This is Dirk's cow that was thrown into the water, and same for little Seb here, which Seb was loyal to Dirk and Jane. Why is he working with these people suddenly? Come on, Seb, you're better than this. Just a random addition to the squad in the dead session, I guess.
Yeah, I never really understood why they were there. Why Seb was there. I just accepted it.
Your aspect is pretty busted, if I'm honest with you. Thank you. People have told me that. I'm not sure still why. I mean, I've had that explained to me by Azur, because Azur got into class specting, believe it or not. But I didn't think I'd believe him. He's a deceitful little snake.
You can tell a Homestuck fan that you're any aspect or class ever. They will tell you you are OP and busted and that you should die.
Yeah.
Every time. Always. Whatever.
Making progress with his art, I'm so proud of him. No, yeah. Caliban's art improvement is actually meteoric. From him to go from literal lines to his extraordinary yaois is actually incredible. No, true, real.
I mean, he does have to to draw a Homestuck at some point, so he has to improve.
Empty Hell, who belongs to Dirk, then during Caliban's masterpiece, his soul gets trapped into it, yes. Right, because it doesn't start working, it's just that through Caliban connects to a different Cal, which also is... Okay, let me think here. Because it's the same Cal, it has the same origin point in Dave's dream room, but it gets split when the two Dirks go into the different instances of the Earth universe. So, yeah, it's like that. Then was banished into the void, reconjured back by Gamzee in Dave's dream room, and the rest is history. Yeah. The loop, yes. Sorry, I said origin point when that's really... No, there is no origin point proper, but yes, okay. Yeah. Seb's just having fun. It's like year 1 billion in nowhere land, and that's it. What else is he gonna do? Yeah, I guess you're right. Still, my boy. Bye, JG. Okay, let's move on from this. Actually, no, because this is the same. Yeah, because cow fixed up by Kanaya. This is just the cow that Gamzee carries around with himself. The one that originally started whispering to him. CD is very impressed. Also, I like the callback of there being like an actual shuttle like this, considering that the first time we see this, I'm pretty sure, is when PM when PM goes down to the battlefield from Prospect to ask the king for his crown. So yeah, that. Okay. This Jane. Let's play Princess of Helium. Oh god. No, we don't want to see my history. We're getting trickster mode, guys.
Hell yeah.
Something in the mouth.
It's teeth? Do you have teeth in your mouth? No?
Which confuses me to no end, since Gamzee is using it here to give it to Union Jack. How did it happen post-retcon? If Gamzee was in the fridge? I have literally never thought of that. That's okay, maybe one of those things that kind of Vriska thought that was supposed to happen again, maybe. And so she just did it, like how she took over, you know, doing Tavros sprite and Arquis sprite, maybe? I don't know. Something similar to that? Yeah, but it's this part. Immediately reminded of simpler times. When it was just you, your dad, and you could always smell something baking in the oven. Aww. In terms of the narration, this is like really, like a really well-written scene, I think. Familiar douchebag again. Yeah, I'm gonna skim it because I don't want to read everything absolutely again, but... Yeah, no. This is good stuff. Hallway Sarah. Oh, this doesn't even make us happier. This page will always be sad to me. God. When things were simpler between them two. When you were still able to think about him without feeling horrible about yourself, those were the days. Just... oh my god. And, like... how can you see all of this and still, like, dislike Jane? Because I know that for a lot of people, she is on, like, she is lower on, like, the human kid rankings when it comes to people's favorite characters, right? But there are people who just genuinely think just she has nothing going on, which just... huh? But yeah. Your wall, Swanson. Oh, yup. Goodbye. Nope. How can he, like, after that, the first thing he messages her about is like, hey, Caliborn told me to, like, relay something to you. Meanwhile, earlier this day, she had, like, the worst, absolute worst exchange you could have ever had with Caliborn. Goodness gracious. Never Kralik for me for some reason, much like Jade. No, I realize that you might not just vibe with them. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that there are people who like, you know, outwardly dislike her, you know? Yeah, and the birthday message. And look at how it's paragraphed, so fancy. Yeah, let's just end this at the end, and just to top it all off. I don't know what to say exactly, cause like, you know, it speaks for itself. It's a scene. It's a scene. God, Roxy at the end. Oh, might as well make it. My God. This is too okay. Because this is Contested, I don't think she actually, because she hacks here, right? Like Dog Scratch just infiltrated chats. Oh no, it's the witch. She just kind of hacks in here, and then she doesn't actually know what Jane is doing here, right? Like she isn't familiar with what even would be trickster mode, because I'm sure if she knew, she would be opposing this, considering it came from Caliborn, so... Okay, well, green. It's weird that it's like -1 zillion specifically. Like, where did that... Hold on, is there like text about that? Okay, yeah, just that. I love how Condi's manner of speech is just Mina's, but even more so, yes. Yeah, okay. So, now... Suckers. Yes, suckers. God. Yeah, dual one, and... we're getting the thing. Okay. Let's first experience this, and then I'm gonna talk about Trickster mode as a whole, because I have some thoughts. That'll be, like, I guess, almost the last stretch. My... Lord. What a thing to experience for the first time. Does this end? It's supposed to end. Nope, okay. Oh, never. Ah, that was Gamzee. Okay.
No, I need a few more loops.
Whatever.
Oh my god.
Choo! And Gamzee flew away. This was like. Also, just like, huh? Like, what is even... Okay. So, Trickster mode. I think the fact that it exists as, like, an opposite to Grimdark is very cool. And I remember not really knowing what to think about it the first time we were at this part of the comic. I thought that like the candy thing was interesting. Them just going crazy was like, okay, sure, that's where we're going. But a while ago, I read a certain thread on the Twitter. It was either, I don't remember now. Hold on, let me look up something here. Luna, entertain him while I look up something.
No, what am I, their babysitter?
Yes, you are.
You guys can look after yourselves, right?
No, they can't.
Come on, I want you guys to figure out the topic and then talk.
Okay, no, I found it. So it was... I'm pretty sure it was... Well, now I don't know. Might have been Xenotics with a 0 in the middle from the Twitter. They do a lot of Alpha Kid art, and I remember them doing a thread about Trickster mode and what it may represent. Maybe it was Replico, I don't remember the actual person. It was like a prominent Alpha Kid artist on HST Twitter. And it was about like how Trickster mode is obviously, yeah, like very clearly all about that easy, that easy solution to everything, everybody is suddenly happy, everybody suddenly wants to marry everybody else, and it's all like just all of the problems completely disappear. They're saying they're confronting their problems, but they do not have the capacity in that form to actually think about them properly. And I think they made a point about it, about Trickster mode in general, serving as like kind of a critique to people that at the time did not care at all for the like character to character drama, where people readers at the time and just wanted that to be skipped, which is super interesting because like, yes, I want more of the adventure, but I want the adventure to be combined with the character moments. That's why I was that's why I always say like, okay, I want this interaction. So just the thought that readers at the time kind of just wanted all of the character drama to be over, and I guess Trickster mode, as it was, just like completely like, oh, we're avoiding we're solving our problems, we're solving our problems in a way that absolutely doesn't solve problems. Was supposed to be like a criticism of that kind of reaction of a reader. I remember reading about that, and I don't know if I am saying it completely correctly, but I remember seeing that sentiment, and I definitely can see how that could be. I guess, yeah. Here, I guess how that could be, in general. I don't know. I don't know if I have a larger point there. It's just sort of changed the way I thought about Trickster mode, which I already thought it was pretty interesting. But at the same time, it was also a little weird to me that we didn't actually get to see, their crash out where they stopped trickstering. But yeah, which is funny because Dirk's only change is that he's honest. God, yeah, because for him it actually made him like actually say what he wanted to say proper. But it also was a little weird considering that everybody else, couldn't receive that message. Whatever, man. What are we doing here?
Good. Finally.
Do I go through this? Also, that's the... Look. Goddess's Temple from Problem Sleuth. In the background here. Also, Cal faces over cherubs when hit with the lollipop. I really like when people make Trickster mode designs for the actual cherubs, and they like use those as like influence on them. Like they have Cal heads in that mode. I like that interpretation. Cherubs turn into Cals, interesting. Yup.
The freaking Adventure Time song door face.
Wait, huh?
That face, that smiling face, reminded me of the door in Adventure Time in one episode where they had to sing.
Oh, that, yeah. Well, these little faces, yeah, the putos, little angels. Jake. Other than that, I don't really have more to say. Like it drives the point home, right? Just immediately simplifying everything, doing solving every single problem they might have in between each other in the simplest way possible is uncomfortable, especially since it's so exaggerated here. And I guess that's it, right? I don't really have more to say about Trickster mode in general, other than I think it's just cool to look at. I don't know. I like all of the design decisions that were made with the designs of the Trickster kids. I like I guess the whole change of everything here. It was definitely a choice to devote half of the whole act to that, but yeah. Oh my god, the PG thing. I don't think I have to say anything there. Wield mouse. Deploy the crocker. Wow.
Nice.
Okay, let's just go through, because I don't actually have that much to say personally. Oh, new person in chat. Hello, Fraterita. Don't think I recognize you from anywhere. So I'll just say we are talking about Homestuck after I've already finished reading it on the channel. There is a full series, and that's pretty much it. We're going through it again, just like quicker. I know about the PG thing, you guys don't have to tell me.
Dude, don't leave Jane hanging. Help her investigate.
Okay, fine. There we go.
Nice.
I love the little moments where we get to see Jane as a detective. Okay. Oh yeah. Later he does come tag. Yeah. Forcibly tags along. I found you like 1 year ago while you were playing Rain World and passively followed since then because I liked something in you. That's cool, thank you. Roxy's hiding. Not much to say about this other than it's an experience to read for the first time. And definitely, again, I like the art. In terms of actually discussing things here, I don't actually have anything to say. So I guess we can just kind of move through it. I'm not sure, I don't know. Is that okay with you guys? Like, maybe a little disappointing considering it's like a big thing in this act, so, but yeah.
It's fine. Okay. I'm gonna go for like 10 minutes.
Okay. Trying to come up with a trickster mode design is harder than it looks. You can tell the food item on their head is just randomly picked. A little. God, lovely.
Roxy's design is so cool here though.
Mm-hmm.
Why did they cook?
Especially when Kali draws her before it actually happens. Here, Roxy literally begs Condi to come put her back in jail. That's how terrified she was. No, yeah. I mean, that would, you know, seeing your friends in a state like this, like, absolutely, right? That would do it. That would definitely do it. Also, speaking of making trickster mode designs. Let me grab something. Look. For the sake of a thumbnail, I designed my own. I'm still pretty proud of this drawing. It's a little hard to see considering how small the thumbnail is, but yeah, I'm still pretty proud of it. Are not randomly picked, my bad. Yeah. It's still in the thumbnail. I like it still. I like it. Trickster Craft Reel. So this is like one of those little lollies, like not lollipops, but the lolly type candies that look like a watermelon. But other than that, my colors are kind of random. Still, and I also made the umbrella into the umbrella handle into like a thing, a little guy. Yeah, I'm still pretty proud of it. This drawing. You should show your art on stream more often. I still can't get over how good that red glare is. Grand habit was. Oh man, I remember showing. Yeah. Thank you for that. God, that was. I remember I drew that red glare and Grand High Blood and Gartic Phone, like when I was. That was like a Gartic Phone session that was hosted by like a streamer that hasn't been streaming now for like a year pretty much now. Man, that's really weird to think about how it's been so long now. But I used to tune into her stream like religiously. Hold on, let me see if I can actually say the name. Noma Live, yeah, on Twitch. Used to stream, now doesn't. I just I remember indoctrinating her whenever there would be like a chance for me to draw anything Homestuck related on the Kartek phone, I would, and then I would like explain something Homestuck related to her, and that would just Homestuck indoctrination on live on stream. I thought it was funny. Probably was a little annoying though. I think that was one of the first drawings of yours I saw, other than your avatar, but it was an actual awe. Thank you! I should be posting more on Blue Sky, because I have things, but I need to repost more of the old stuff, which I've been neglecting to do. Because I made a Blue Sky account. Hold on, I'm gonna actually link it now that I've mentioned it. Here. If anybody has a Blue Sky. Here. That's me. Again, need to post there more. Need to actually like cross-post with Twitter more. But yeah. That exists. Okay, let's move on. Stern fatherly disappointment. God, my daughter is a delinquent. And CD is taken along again. Just because. Nobody deserves this, nobody. And they get drunk. As tricksters, just double whammy. But here we do get the talk here between Aerosol Sprite and Fafeta Sprite, considering that Solox wanted to talk to Feferi, and I think that's really cool. Man. The little what we get of the troll sprite characterization, it's good. It's good what we have. Every agent getting some screen time again, except HP, who gets killed immediately. Yup. Right. Again, not much here, aside for obviously, once Dirk succumbs to the tricksterness, he Also, how is Square is sort of last time we see them before they get prototyped, and even then the freaking trickster versions of them don't even like play a role anywhere. They like at least sort of should have taken part in the Collide battle a little. Like, come on. God, yeah. Rocks. You're not happy. You're demented. He is also just scared of what's happening here. Square Wave, not the time. Seriously, not the time. Fetch me a towel at once. Time to do this. Never mind, I'm not doing it. But this is the page where Fefeta and Arqueus get to talk, you know, especially since Equius and Nepeta. Which again, that's cool, I think. The fact that the Solox part gets to express something to Feferi, the Everden part gets to express something to the Feferi part, and then we have the Nepeta part with the Equius part. I think, like, at least the fact that goes somewhere here, you know, and that it's a, you know, reasonably long log. That's just nice, at least, you know. Other than that, yeah, not many thoughts. We have some serious moments here, like Dirk breaking up with Jake and Arceus and Aerosol trying to apologize to Fefeta, but it's all on pink background, it's really hard to read / take seriously. I remember it not being too hard for me personally to take it seriously. But I understand. Jake, I'm not marrying crap, yeah. So, yeah, it's over, Jake, yep, that happened, man. Oh, yeah, and this, yeah, Fefeta spill. The fact that Every soul is just so apathetic. They don't like. They are so incompatible normally, but they are both so apathetic together that they just don't explode. That's just man. Honk. Ah man. Oh my. Okay, I completely forgot about this. How? Okay, this is funny. First of all. Second, how the hell do cherubs even have folklore if they don't even have like a unified society where they like share things among each other? Like, how? I don't understand. See, the umbrella dance is back? Yep, it was back. Nah! Boom. I'm back right for Fefet Explode. Sad. Best song in the entire OST. True. Wow. Wish there was more of this. The freaking lands of the Zilly lands. God. I'm surprised that this is about like lands instead of planets, because like adult cherubs can just naturally travel across galaxies. So the fact that this is about like this folklore of theirs is about land and not planets is kind of crazy. Warhammer of Zeliho, another one. Battle Spork of Zeli what? Flintlocks of Zeli how? The fact that these get used is nice at least. Cutlass of Zeli where? Blunderbuss of Zeli why? Unbreakable Katana. Thistles of Zeliwitch. Zeliwave, Sahu. Like, you made these guys. Someday you look back at this decision and say, thank God I did that. Writing team for Homestuck Beyond Canon, I'm looking at you. Bring them back. Not the... God, no. No, bye. Goodbye. Okay, we're back. I think my general thought, again, sorry that I didn't have at least that much to say me personally about Trickster Mode. That's just how it was. But yeah. This part though, this part I love. Because this is those juicy character interactions that I was actually hoping for before. Because obviously before there is a point made of, you know, people, you know, these guys not being able to talk directly to themselves because of all of this turmoil. But here we get Dirk and Jane and Roxy and Jake. That's cool. That's really cool. Because especially since those are like pairs of characters that we don't get to see interact that much. Like, and Jane and Dirk are so good. Jane and Dirk are such good friends, I feel. Man. God, I'm having so many freaking sounds coming out of my mouth. I have to wash myself. Like, as in burp-like things, as in. Okay, let's play like, I don't know, Miss Majesty? Nah. Yeah, sure, Coursing. Also from Volume 9. Keeping it in theme. Get Terena over here and let her talk about cherubim lore. Oh yeah, interesting how there it says cherubim, which is the actual correct plural of cherub, but everywhere else it's just cherubs. Yeah, yeah. And also the album is called Cherubim. The Flower Love Santa, yep. Oh yeah, in this flash you yeah. Somewhere in here, Caliborn asks what an Italian is, which is super funny to me. Just some guy on Earth, yeah. Hold on, is it here? No. No. I remember that, but hold on. Right. Oh, we also get to see a thing here. Just also Dream Bubble, who's man, whose person. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, Cookie. I'm pretty sure. Fine, now what? You're just giving Jane a bigger migraine in this panel. Horrible, horrible. You should feel bad for yourself. Then be useful to me. Yeah, you wanted to see more of the trickster magic. Why did they stop? I'm pretty sure later on somewhere Callie actually compliments the trickster mode, how it was also wonderful. But see, that's also kind of interesting to think about how, right? Because Caliborn obviously is the stand-in for the person that does not care for, I guess, the person that does not care for the candy in the comic, right? The characters, the interactions, the stuff, right? He is all for that, and he wants to go all meat, right? All meat. Just the big flashy fights, big flashy everything. Even though this part of the comic doesn't really have many fights, like proper fights. And so it makes sense that he would really enjoy this thing that represents, you know, skipping that character drama. But it's interesting that I guess Callie would also be conditioned to like that, you know, despite her obviously being very interested in those dialogues, especially since she wrote fanfiction. That's weird. Well, not just any fanfiction, it was RPF. Can't believe that Flowey Laugh came from a Japanese Ronald McDonald commercial, yeah. Just like that's a wonderful idea, yup. So many sounds coming out of my mouth, well that's just what talking is, you know what I mean. The narrative prompt has been locked. We're gonna talk about the Caliborn and the narrative a little more later. Right now it's not too relevant. Ah yeah, this part. Meow. So from their perspective, the story just goes twice as fast, which is funny. But yeah. So this, yeah. Oh, God. Good stuff. This part of the comic. Good frickin' stuff. I dropped it. Yeah. Somewhere. Somewhere. Floating somewhere in 0G. Over here. In the core of Prospect. God, they really underline how freaking like this horrible state all of them are. I mean, especially Jane, considering she was drinking too, like Roxy. But Jane obviously was also very, considering the stuff that she said. She is having one hell of a migraine too right now, probably. Whoa, we get to read 2 webcomics at once. Yeah. I don't actually remember all too much of what they say to each other, but... So, yeah. I just remember liking it a lot. Because this is... yeah. In the interest of appeasing to the irony gods, let's go with the latter. Oh god! I love their chemistry. They're such good friends. Yeah. Yeah, a-hole substitute, that's right. I remember that. Cool though. It frustrates me how they mostly just talk about someone else instead of talking to them directly, especially Jake telling Roxy to say something to Jane. It's frustrating, right? But I'm gonna be honest. I can see myself doing what Jake's doing there. Cause like, I'm also a very awkward person that fears confrontation most of the time. I am the kind of person that, yes, thinks that, you know, directly saying something to someone would be the best option, but at the same time is way too scared to actually, like, go through with that. I am the kind of person that would realistically maybe not be in as bad of a situation as Jake, you know, not get to myself into as bad of a situation as Jake has gotten himself into here, but definitely a similar one where I just really can't confront somebody. No, yeah, honestly, me too. Still blah. No, it's just we feel the cringe because at some point we can at a certain level we can relate to both. So yeah, I guess that part of the whole, you know, again, teenage angst, teenage drama, that it's written really well, I think. Bravery spiel. That's also interesting, considering they talk about a bravery spiel there when Tavros also has kind of that going on. I don't think I've mentioned, like, pointed that out before. But yeah. So this is where, yeah, this is where he gets Cal. Let's play a game, god. The Saw references continue. They persist. Okay, I'm not gonna open every single dialogue log here. We know who's talking with who. If I'm not reading the dialogue any like at all, then it's fine. But I also really like this part, considering that this reminded me a lot of earlier points in the comic where there would be two things going on at the same time, where the pester logs would tell us one thing, while the panels would tell us another thing. Definitely very much reminds me of those points where that would happen, where we would see a pestologue between the kids, and then on the panels there would be, like, I don't know, something happening with the Carapacians in the exile times. I think that was really cool, the fact that they also did that here. And bam! I am legally required to play Noirscape now. Okay. Heartbreaking. Hasi managed to distill the teenage experience into text in the worst webcomic ever. Exactly. And Union Jack is how LE makes it to the post-scratch session. Yeah. Which... Okay. I'll say... when we got... So... When we got to the part where it was sort of revealed, okay, so Dave isn't going to confront the actual Lord English. He's just gonna be prominent in, you know, the fight with the two Jacks, which one of them was possessed by Lord English. I was a little disappointed by that. But considering that Dave Petta was also fighting the proper Lord English, I was fine. I was fine with it enough, right? I'll say here again. I think the entire whole like character theme, the design of Union Jack, banger. Shame he is, like, not more thematically relevant to things. But what we see him do here, what we see him, like, do later, just his presence in general, I just like it, man. It's just, again, another thing where cool villain introduced late, not enough time to be thematically relevant. Sad. That is okay. I love Noirscape, holy moly. I love Noirscape too, especially this part. I am biased towards Crystal Anthemons. I don't know if you've realized. Noirscape is so good. Black light motif so peak. I am also so mad that neither Union Jack nor Spades actually showed up during Game of... That's okay. They had their time later, which Spades should have survived by propaganda. /J. So they think how angry Union Jack looks, that too, yes.
Well, I got sidetracked, I'm sorry.
By what?
Just Mom. Talk with Mom a bit.
I see. So like me earlier, with also one of my guardians.
Yes.
God!
I love the 4 panel images. The 4 images panels so much.
Planetary destruction.
They are my favorite visual section of Homestuck.
There's sauce. There is sauce here. Yeah!
Yes.
My guy! He's posing, man! Hell yeah.
He looks so Irish right here.
Yeah, sure. Luna, I think you need to fix your mic.
Done.
Okay.
I am fast at my craft and I am perfect.
Mituna, he starts destroying once he gets back to the session. He just gets teleported out. It's okay. Once he gets back to the Incipisphere, I should say. I need somebody to make a mod for one of the Incipispheres to be in an Outer Wilds. Because I know people make custom star systems in the modding sphere for Outer Wilds. I need one of the Incipispheres to be modded into Outer Wilds. I think that would be so dope.
I could try.
Do you have the experience?
No, but I wanna get into 3D modeling for the 3D printer I got either way, so...
Oh wow, oh yeah, I remember you saying that, you got a 3D printer, that's cool. I think Jake could take Union Jack, he's busted as hell. Maybe. He was fully powered up. Fire in this laser! This is the only this is the only cool one. No, not true! He's a cool in Collide. He's plenty cool in Collide. Is it still going on? No, it's stopped. Yeah, well, freaking everything is burning still. I'm sorry, Jane. Bad news. Got this too. Ah! So hype, like people coming together for this, and then we get like sidetracked again with, you know, because of the tiny whininess of everything. But it's okay. It's okay. Ah! They're cool as like I don't even know what to say. Just the arte on display.
The arte is stupenda.
The arte on display. Look at this woman, okay? Look at this woman.
Remember all the simping?
No. Oh, but very cool.
I don't remember who was it that saved, but there was someone who saved a lot every time Condensed was on screen. I'll have to go back to see that.
Also, the Warscape cover kind of predicted the future, showing two Jacks look like they are getting beheaded. True, actually. Hold on, let me pull it up on stream. Here it is. Very cool cover art, by the way. Track art. The cover of the song, the track art, yeah. Very cool, Yeah, let's move on. Again, joy to read, joy to look at the panels, very good part of the comic. Personally, I think. And then this person firing at theirs, this person firing at Frostbite again. Oh. Man. Just man.
Yeah.
It's Beam. It's Beam.
This is a man.
It's Beam. It's Beam.
It's Beam.
Yeah. God tier in moment. God, look at the freaking like lush version of this place. So cool to see too. Shame we didn't get, like, again, another POV of somebody just being on the planet on ground level. Man. After this, you know, after the tricksterization. Ah, look at them! Oh, so cool too. Yeah, Prince of Heart. I remember reading out their titles when they came on. Made of Life, Page of Hope, Rogue of Void, Fantastico. God, this too. This is hero mode adjacent, that I really like the style where how they're drawn in here, especially Jane and Dirk. Very cool. This panel makes me sad we didn't get to see Condi in more Husky adjacent styles like Hus Nasty. Hus Nasty Condi would go hard. Both moons get blown up and the kids ascend. Oh, and soon the infamous 2-minute stream. Yup.
Man, the 2-minute stream was so cool.
Context, lol. One of his streams legit lasted 2 minutes due to connection issues or something. You can find it. No, because okay, here's the thing. We've had those before, but because of those connection issues, we never got to anywhere. So I felt comfortable with deleting them. But I was still in like the emotional high, right? So I wanted to connect back to react to the last parts of this act, and then it ended up being 2 minutes. It's like the only part in the Homestuck playlist that's marked with like part something 0.5. I eat sand, by the way. This face, the person that eats gravel. Shout out to anybody that gets the reference. And it was so hyped too, seeing the freaking yeah. And you don't even see it, it's just that it went through because the broken glass is there. So dope, dude. You're so intimidating in this. Stand stop.
And she was perfect.
She was great. And then we don't get to see her talk for like the most of the comic after this. Sad there. But Zappo, she does a thing. So stupid, but also so cool still. Hi. just like, again, in terms of like proper sequences of scenes in the comic, one of the best in the whole thing. Rivals some of my favorite parts of Act 5, Act 2, genuinely.
The fact that her last words here are, "Where are his pants? Where are your pants?"
Yeah. Condi just sort of does her thing. Yeah.
And gone. She is so cool.
She is cool as Grimbark. Like, God! Look at her! So cool. Getting bad wolf suddenly instead of a dog. I love the green sun irises. So cool.
Yes.
Oh, just teleporte that onto Jane and then mind controller. This too, dude, hyped up like everything that would happen later in the Act 6 intermission so much. Genuinely fantastic. And I remember there was like we had very long breaks between this and then later like what we had when we had Game Over. There was a lot of time in between that. I had a lot like all of this had a lot of like time to ruminate in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's also why I okay. One of the reasons why I think I enjoyed the comics so much was because of the YouTube series, it did have enough time to like breathe in my head, you know, the stuff that we've read. This comic is best read not like all in one night or all in 1 week, but still, it's like you can still read it pretty quickly, but you know, a little bit bigger breaks and maybe like a conversation partner to like talk about the things you've seen last time with them, you know. It's really good to you know read this comic a little slower. But regarding this, again, really cool fighting panels. Just good crap, you know, just good stuff in this part of the whole thing.
Yep, it was perfect, down to every minute detail.
Homelander is cringe, don't quote Homelander.
I have to quote good quotes.
Okay. And they grab him, and they throw him in the slammer. God, this panel too, look at her! The freaking pose. Absolutely posed up. Suck Suckers!
Suckers.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Great part of the comic. Just absolutely no notes. Again, went through without reading dialogue because that's what we are doing here, but just, again, general impressions. Great. Was my message deleted? Which one? Great panels, dope designs. Jade my goat.
Probably just connection problems. We didn't delete anything.
Okay. I'm sorry, Noirscape, but I'll have to fade you out. We're getting to this part.
Bye.
It is midnight, and we did just get to... Okay, it would be better if we went through a little bit of this. This is a long intermission, and probably will be a bunch to talk about too. So let's just get some of this over with too. That being said, let's play Pumpkin Party in sea, fish, water, end of world. So yeah, year 3. This is the interrogation scene. Okay. So, okay, before we get to that, general thoughts on Act 6, Act 5. It was a good peek at what we, at the session that these guys had. It was a really good peek at that. Still, sad that Act 4 is just like one flash for some reason. Like, I still don't understand that. Considering this, okay, I had something to say but I completely forgot. I thought we were gonna get to the pirate stuff immediately. That's why we wanted to play Pumpkin Party, but I think it would be better to play Crab Waltz first. Okay, I am scatterbrained suddenly. I have like stuff in my brain and I can't decipher any of them. Weren't we supposed to stop at Trickster mode? I'll go on. I still have some time. Here's the thing, right? If I want to do it in 2 more streams, then I would like to like run through game over stuff and then maybe retcon and the final intermission before Collide in the other stream. So if I want to do that, probably would be better to actually go through a bit of this intermission. I don't know, general
Come on, guys, you don't want to make this an 11-parter.
Yes, exactly.
Don't you?
But Act 5 was good though. Act 6, Act 5 was good. Still. I wanted more of their adventure, Blair. Come in, Dave. This is Carcat over. I'm putting you on a speaker, Crab. So this is them, obviously. Okay, the funny thing about this whole sequence of them like approaching Skya, seeing it in the distance, like proper seeing it in the distance. Eventually needing to hop off once they're in there. I remember when we were like at a way different point in the comic, I remember imagining this sort of like sequence of events. Obviously without the like Terezi thing, because it didn't predict that. But I remember it being really satisfying to me how we are actually seeing that at least. Them just talking in general about the fact that, oh, we spent 3 years on here, and now we're actually approaching our destination. We have to take this seriously. And Karkat obviously is very inclined to take it seriously and tries to rally everybody up, as he does. Well, the fact that he also tries to actually rally everybody up at least also suggests that, oh, he is actually in a better mood than we last saw him, Or, well, than we saw him in Penis Ouija. He is like in a better state of mind, I guess, because back then he was like completely like just occupied with Terezi thoughts, and I guess since the time that we saw them talk a little in Openbound, some other stuff probably also happened, but just because of the fact that they need to have this intermission, they probably haven't talked to Terezi in depth about her stuff. So yeah, sigh. Yeah, just. I remember, didn't Wayrock have this as their PFP, as her PFP for a while? Wayrock, right?
it was like for a couple months, I think.
I always for some reason I interpreted it as, because it was always like so small, right? So for some reason I interpreted it as like some art of Terezi being on fire, and I was like, okay, when is that coming in the comic? Because of the red, I don't know. Actually, let me take a little breather. I'll grab some water and I'll be back. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do they? I never noticed the the close-ups of mouths trend. I mean, I can think of a couple of examples, but not a ton. Hmm. Do you think that's something they like always do? Don't we only see it once? Oh, I see. It's just infinite, yeah. Um, I don't know. Isn't this the case for like so many things that the comic just uses them once, and then people basically just decide by themselves to whether to make it canon to them or just something that happened but doesn't have to happen. Ah, that's cool. I didn't know that. Well, wouldn't really work out with today's page numbering. Ah, that's cool. I didn't know that. It's not over yet. Wouldn't really work out with because it's just going to get to other, but it'll probably be over soon. Page numbering. It might just be that she'll come back, and then in 10 minutes after she comes back, it'll be over. But we make do. We make do. In 10 minutes after she comes back, it'll be over. But we make. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about the prospect nail polish. I never really thought about it in a meaningful way. Yeah, this image of Therese screams a lot of different things. Do we even see Figo in the comic anymore after this page? It's okay, Doc. We will. Hmm. I don't know what we will do, but you are allowed to continue your Aranya shipping, even in the toughest parts. Nice cookie.
I am back.
Hello.
What have we been talking about in chat?
Not much, just a few random things. You can read if you want.
You'll have to put your RNL simping to the test. Well, maybe we won't get to that quite yet. Maybe.
Yeah. Next time. Next time you can.
Okay. I will have to end soon, so let's just get through this. So, this... I feel really bad for Terezi, man. So, obviously, Gamzee that did this, right? Gamzee, in his whole state of just like no longer really caring about his friends or and stuff, you know. That's how that's I'm pretty sure what this whole thing like gets down to, where we don't exactly know why he did everything with like all of the stuff with Terezi. I think, right? I'm pretty sure. Because we definitely know that, the killing thing, yes, that was, you know, ordered by Doc Scratch, because we see those messages in Cascade briefly. Where exactly did this come from? Was it just like him being completely apathetic, or like what? I'm not sure. But either way, poor frickin' Terezi. Because this plus what she did around Arana, because, okay, Aranea suggested the healing of ice. Terezi denied back then came back to her because of how she was feeling with with Gamzee.
Mm-hmm.
Because Gamzee made her feel a certain way. Gamzee made her feel bad about herself. Gamzee, did all of that. Very unhealthy kismecitude. Kismecitudes are supposed to be, they hate each other, but it's still like a balance. Here, this wasn't a healthy relationship at all.
Yeah, no, not
And
really.
absolutely messed her up. And that's, I guess, all that you can say here. It's just, she's still Terezi, but man, it's just weird. The nails being painted purple also is just. When did she do that? I don't know. Like something like. I don't know what exactly to say about Terezi in this scene, because I don't know. I don't feel like I have enough of an understanding. Which, I guess if that's the case, then I should just shut up. But yeah. Yeah, I don't see her as a villain arc, but we'll get there. Yeah. This is something that I am very looking forward to you writing about, because you haven't had really had the chance to, considering that, well, you were only around for streams like towards the very end, and you weren't around when we were reading through that part. So yeah, I hope my reactions to Aranea didn't were that bad as an Aranea simp. Like you are, because you are like one, so like for you it was that bad. That's what I meant. Sorry, didn't say that very clearly. Yeah, putting you on speaker crab. What do you actually want from her? Do you want her to stop drinking Fago and falling asleep in paddles, or do you want her to somehow address the root of those habits and cut all of that crap for good? The latter thing. So here Dave mentions how if a person doesn't want to be helped, then, so be it. Here is the thing. You are in this situation. Terezi obviously, like Karkat has nothing to do with her state here, right? Pretty much. So technically not responsible for her state, right? That shouldn't matter though. Like I understand what the Dave is saying, especially when oh, you've tried everything. What, like, if so be it if they don't if nothing happens of it. My perspective has always been that if you see you're genuinely just your friend, in that state, you should keep trying, probably. Like, I won't fault you if what you do doesn't work, but it would be nice, at least. Right? That's what I've always thought. But also, it makes sense what Dave is saying. Where just, if you've tried, then nothing has gotten better, then whatever. Because it's the whole thing, you're not responsible for somebody else's happiness thing. It's that, it's that. And it's a little hard to talk about, considering the specific circumstance here. I think Karkat is doing a good thing for like still trying to get through to this person,
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately I do think that. Well, okay. Here's the thing. Terezi freaking toughed it out like a freaking champion back in Game Over, right? Obviously later bled out to death, but still, she did so well for just being a regular freaking person in that entire scenario. The fact that she survived, like, as much as she survived is fantastic. And I genuinely think that the clown hunting thing wouldn't have happened if Karkat wouldn't have, like, gone out with the initiative to, before they entered the Incipy Sphere. If he didn't, talk to her at all. I don't think she would have went clown hunting if not for this. I do think so, personally, at least. Not sure if that's it, if others would consider that accurate. I gave you a glimpse of it in my long comment on the previous stream, so yeah. Actually, mine being an apple is relatively recent, like a yearish. I see. Okay. So I didn't care. Honestly, I don't remember now. Wow. Dave here calls Karkat a commune. I forgot. Hold on. Where? Not here. Not enough text for that. Where is it? I remember that now suddenly. You did. I do remember something like that. Where the hell is it? Cause yeah, I mean, I swear it was here too. Okay, it was a bit later probably. Not this part of the scene. Like later when we come back to it. God. So look how like there are buildings on this planet. Like this is just like you know basically you know a meat fodder the planet. Just you know the red one where he gets Trace. But the fact that there are buildings here and it's just like completely smooth. I don't know. Like I would have like to see a little more. But I understand the purpose here, right? This is okay. I want to make a distinction here. When I say I wanted there to be a little more of this or that. There are two different scenarios there. Either I think it's actually okay, but it's just my fan brain saying that I would have liked more or something, or it's that I would think that the comic would have been genuinely just better if we saw more of something. Here, it's fine that we don't get to explore these planets. Still cool to see these backdrops, like, however little, you know, of them we see. Somewhere over there with Terezi, he brings it up the fact that Calcat has a sickle and John has a hammer. Right, yeah. Okay, how did Caliborn get his Caltop? I believe Arana mentioned how you unlock alchemy after you conquer all of the planets to help you prepare for your denizen fight. Maybe it's just some loot somewhere, you know? I mean, loot, like even personalized loot still exists, like... I feel like Khaled Fuelch wouldn't even be a sword if Dave didn't have blade kind. That's what I think, so... Hey you computer man, I need more help. He's broken, no, he's just slow, man. Adjusting to the leprechauns. I like that. I like the leprechauns so much, man. Ah! Let me change the music. Actually, it can stay as this. Let's keep playing Crab Waltz. It's also like very sluggish. This scene, considering you know the predicament of John not wanting to get up. Wake up, sleepyhead. Why did I even say that? Oh, I love this room that they made for themselves. So funny looking. Hey, where's Jade? And Dave and Sprite. Now that I think about it. Where did Dave Sprite go during the game over stuff? Where was he? Am I like not remembering something here?
Sorry, who? In the Game Awards?
Dave Sprite.
Oh. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm too sleepy right now to.
Okay, well we'll finish this scene, then we'll be off. This we got the foot in the door on this intermission. But yeah, okay. So like I said before, despite there are throughout the comic, even if you know John has been one of the better people when it comes to approaching Dave Sprite with any sort of respect, even then there are still a lot of issues with their interactions, and I've been like very you know sensitive to, I guess, when I've read the comic. And I guess this is really the last proper scene where Dave Sprite like interacts with John at all. And he's not even there to like listen to him. I'm pretty sure that's the case, right? Kind of weird to think about too. Like when you actually think about, oh, this is the last interaction between these two characters. This is the last interaction between these two characters. It's kind of weird how many of them just sort of appear way earlier in the comic than you would think they did.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, considering my question before, Dave Sprite has to hitch a ride on John's planet, so he just probably hang out there. Dale. Man. You can tell through the text that Dave Sprite is just still sad. And I don't like that, I want him to be happy. I guess that's pretty much it about this scene that I have to say. I love the watermarks. P.S. Happy birthday, John. Have some watermarks for the road. Okay, here's the thing. He's not like... I don't know how to exactly say it without like going on a whole long ramble. Like, it's not complete, it's not blah blah blah. Like, obviously he still like jokes around, whatever. Like, that doesn't mean that he isn't in like a worse state than he would have been otherwise. Dave Sprite in general is like exhibits way less being content than Dave Alpha. You know, that's I guess all that I have to say on the topic right now. Which I guess I won't have much else to say, considering that we'll get Dave Peta later, and I will have some stuff to say about Dave Peta. A lot of positive things about actually, which some people might not expect. But yeah, Trace and Clover, very cool. I looked into more gnomes. I love that they have just the same hats but pointy this time. Dead Session has concerts too, yeah, and on the pool ball planets. Very sad that the turtle is dead. Red Hat has no freaking powers at all, unless his power is to follow me around constantly. God. I liked these, just getting to see this, because if we didn't get these, Caliborn's whole thing of like him getting the leprechauns, getting members of the Felt, that would have been skipped. So just the fact that there are those little panels there, that's good. Okay, so this is where we get into the pirate stuff. So, like I said before, we're chopping it off here. We'll get into that later when my mind is like fuller, like. Where I can actually think and make sentences, because I constantly stumble over my words now. Because it's late. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I certainly liked talking about Caliborn today. I didn't expect that to be like the main thing that I would get out of this, but I liked talking about Caliborn today. Okay. Luna, do you have any ideas for our question of the day?
What are the questions of the day? Questions? Plural? No, question. None. I don't want any questions.
Well, what if I want some questions?
I don't want them to tell me anything.
Well, then don't read. Good call. I'm not ready to defend Arana right now, as in I'm getting tired. Yeah, me too. Certainly good point to end stream. Yeah. Okay. Thinking. Out of the people that have been around for my Outer Wilds playthrough or have played Outer Wilds themselves, which of the sessions would you like to see as an Outer Wilds mod? There. That's a question.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you everybody for your joining. If you're new, consider subscribing, that would be nice, and liking the video, because that helps everything here. So yeah, because you know, you enjoyed, you leave a like, that's how you do on the YouTube. You can leave a comment about the question of the day, you can leave a comment about something else, if you like. And yeah, share with a friend if you want, you don't have to. Just see you next time, and we have a schedule on the community post, so you can look at that if you're curious about what we're gonna be streaming next. Okay, bye everybody.
Bye.
See you next time. Mwah mwah.
Mwah.
Mwah mwah. Bye.